This is a presentation of the Moldy Cheese family of networks.
Hey guys, let's get some UC Santa Barbara baseball going here. We're in year 2 of this dynasty. We're going to skip ahead here to game number 25 against the Cal State Fullerton Titans. But first off, let's see how things went working up to that game. We start off this episode with a record of 1-12. As you can see, we are D-minuses across the board. We're not a good baseball team right now. So we're working hard at recruiting. The first game we got here is the second one against the UNLV Rebels. That last episode was the first game. We're going to quick coach this here. As we get into the middle innings, it's all tied up at 1. We get into the later innings here. We're changing our pitcher. We're tied up at 2, going to the 8th. And we get into the bottom of the 9th inning, all tied up at 2. And Nate Coltrinari walks it off with a home run for us. And we get our second win of the season, 3-2 against the UNLV Rebels. Eric Laskanik gets the win for us. We move on to the New Mexico State Aggies. We're going to quick coach this one as well. And New Mexico State jumps out to an early 4-0 lead in the second inning. 5-0 now as we go to the third. 5-1, we finally get on the board. And now New Mexico State's running away with it. We are in the 8th inning. We make a little bit of a comeback, but it falls short in the 9th. 9-6, the New Mexico State Aggies get the win. We fall 2-13 on the season. Our national ranking is 128. I think that's about the entire amount of teams that they have on this game. Pretty close. We're just going to sim the next game. We beat New Mexico State 2-1, so we split that 2-game series with the New Mags. And we get our third win of the season. Next up, we're on the road. In Westwood against the UCLA Bruins. And the Bruins get the 4-2 win in the first game. We're going to quick coach the second game. See if we can't pull off what would be a little bit of an upset. Actually, sorry, we won that first game. We pulled off the upset against UCLA. In that first game. I misread it at first. So UCLA wins the second game. We earn a split in Los Angeles, and we'll definitely take that. We improved to 4-14. On to the Texas A&M Aggies. We have 6 games in a row against Texas A&M. First 3 are at home. The next 3 are on the road, preparing us for conference play. And we're going to sim through this road series with Texas A&M. We lose the first game. We'll quick sim the second game. We lose it as well. Our closer, Garter, his suspension is over. He had an academic suspension, and he is back for us now. We fall to 4-16. Third and final game on the road, or at home, against Texas A&M. And now we go on the road after losing 3 in a row at home to the Aggies. And we get the win, first game on the road. So our first win against Texas A&M out of the 6 games that we are playing here. We're going to quick sim another one. Texas A&M clobbers us 11-2. We fall to 5-18. We've got one more game before conference play starts, and we lose 7-4 to A&M. Let's look at the top 25 rankings. Arizona's number 1, Georgia Tech, San Francisco, Oklahoma, Missouri. Round out the top 5. Cal State Fullerton, our next opponent, is ranked number 15. They are 17-7. They fall a little bit as they were ranked 11th last week. Look at the Big West Conference standings. Early on, Cal State Northridge is 1-0. UC Irvine's 0-1. They got their series started a day early to open up conference play. We've got the Cal State Fullerton Titans. This is the starting matchup. Sovcinski against Thames. Cal State Fullerton, ranked number 15 in the country. They're an A+. We are a D-. Can't get any more of a mismatch than that. And welcome to Fullerton, California. You're looking live at Goodwin Field. It's UC Santa Barbara and the Cal State Fullerton Titans. Opening up Big West play for both of these teams. Ben Thames will go for Fullerton, a 1.63 ERA, 49 2/3 innings. And he will face a very weak Santa Barbara Gauchos offense. Nate Coltrinari will lead things off here in the top of the first inning. He won that UNLV game on a walk-off home run. And a pretty tough pitching matchup for us today is Thames with an ERA just over 1. is going to be tough. And to boot, he's a lefty, and we struggle with lefties. We've got a predominantly left-handed hitting lineup. Nate Coltrinari strikes out. Quick look at the Fullerton defense. Starting in the outfield, Galvez, Smith, and Kozlarich from left to right. In the infield, Tomko, Lockhart, Solomon, and Cairo. Delgado is behind the plate, and Thames on the hill. So here is Corey Haynes, the first baseman, batting second. He grounds it right back to the pitcher, Thames. Up next, we've got Jeremy Helton batting .241 with a pair of home runs. Then McConnell, who actually shows some pop against left-handed hitting. Sorgi, Valderrama, Maldonado, Osteen, and Zerbe round out the batting order for us here today. Jeremy Helton, another left-handed hitter facing the lefty, Thames. 0-1 count. Second pitch of the at-bat. Changeup. Inside. Swung on and missed. Helton trying to turn that one around. And now he hits it right up the middle for a base hit. Jeremy Helton. And Santa Barbara has the first base runner of the game. There you see Jesse McConnell. He's got 64 power rating against the lefties. And so if we're going to get any offense here today, it might be off of the bat of McConnell. McConnell works the count ahead, 2-1. Runner going, trying to get a little hit and run. Be a little bit more aggressive. Offensively, it backfires. We get thrown out, and we go to the bottom of the first. Sean Savcinski's 0-5 on the season. 3.79 ERA is not horrible. He has not gotten any run support, as most of our pitchers have not. And he will be facing a pretty good lineup for Cal State Fullerton. Solomon with 7 home runs. Kozlarich is an absolute beast, hitting .358 with 7 home runs. Lockhart with 7 home runs as well. Galvez, Sargent, Smith, Delgado, and Tomko round out the batting order for the Titans. Cal State Fullerton, a perennial college baseball powerhouse on the West Coast. Maldonado from third, on to Haynes for the first out of the game. Quick look at the Santa Barbara defense. McConnell, Zerbe, and Sorgi in the outfield. Left to right around the infield is Maldonado, Osteen, Jeremy Helton, Corey Haynes. Behind the plate we have Valderrama. And on the hill is Sean Savcinski. We're on the road in Fullerton. This is Goodwin Field. Second batter of the game for Fullerton with 1 out. 1-1 count. Delivery from Savcinski. Ground ball left side. This is Osteen. Osteen on to first. Makes the play, and now we face Mike Kozlarich. Led college baseball in home runs last season. And he's an absolute beast of a hitter up there to deal with, the lefty. 2-1 count after the cutter. Swung on and missed by Kozlarich. Changeup taken for strike 2. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. This cutter breaks in off the plate. We have a full count to Kozlarich. Here's the delivery. Breaking ball. Backdoor catches the outside corner. 4 strike 3, and Kozlarich goes down looking. At the end of 1, no score. 1 hit for Santa Barbara is the only thing on the board. We skip ahead to inning number 3. Score is still tied at 0. Scott Maldonado, third baseman, comes to the plate. 0-1 delivery. And the pitch inside gets Maldonado. And it was a breaking ball on an 0-1 count. Nevertheless, the umpire is going to warn both benches here. Don't want anything to get out of hand here in conference play. Scott Maldonado was hurt and is going to have to leave the ball game as well. And he will be replaced here by, I think we're going to go with Barba. So we bring on Barba to replace him at first. He will also play third base. And that'll bring up Tim Osteen, shortstop. He's the nephew of Joel Osteen, the self-proclaimed preacher, prophet. I don't know what he claims he is. But some have surmised that having Osteen on the team is the cause of our struggles. Some bad karma from Mr. Joel Osteen's nephew. Anyway, a runner on first and a fly ball into center field is caught. And that'll bring up Nate Coltrinari as the order turns over. No score here. We're in the top of the third. 2 outs. Another drive to center field. That one is going to be a little bit easier of a play out in center. And we go to the bottom of the third. This is David Smith, the center fielder, who just made a couple of plays out there to end the previous inning. He will lead things off for the Titans. Sovcinski, a 91-mile-an-hour fastball, catches the corner. And a pitch fouled back. 1-2 delivery from Sean Sovcinski. The cutter swung on and missed for another strikeout. We'll bring up the catcher, Luke Delgado. Delgado looks at the breaking ball. That one misses somewhere, not sure where. Looked pretty good to me. 1-1 delivery, fouled off. 1-2 count, swung on and missed, breaking ball. And Sovcinski starting off pretty good against a tough lineup. Here's Tomko, the number 9 hitter. Takes the first pitch for a ball, 1-0 count. This one on the inside corner. 2 outs in the inning, Fullerton. No base runners yet in the game. And we've got a full count here with 2 outs. Sovcinski looking to end another inning with a strikeout. It's a line drive to first, and Haynes is there. So at the end of the third, no score. We're going to move ahead now to inning number 6. Corey Haynes will lead things off for the Gauchos. 224 hitter. Still no runs on the scoreboard. Another low-scoring game like that last game we played against UNLV that went into extras, and UNLV won 1-0. Haynes grounds out to the right side. It'll bring up Jeremy Helton. He's 1 for 1 today, also drew a walk, so he's been on base a couple of times. Lefty on lefty matchup. Helton's a guy we need to start hitting better if we're going to be competitive in this conference. Fielding a D- roster, probably not going to cut it, but we're going to try our very best to win baseball games. Ground ball left side from McConnell. The Big West Conference is a very good baseball conference. Cal State Fullerton perennially in the top 25. Long Beach State very good as of late. UC Irvine in the last decade or so has been solid. And just recently in real life, Santa Barbara has had a good baseball team. And we're trying to replicate that here on this Santa Barbara Dynasty. And that is why we're going to go through year number 2 a little bit quicker than we did in year number 1. Try to field a competitive baseball team, work a lot on recruiting. Here is Danny Cairo. We want to be competitive in this conference. We want to play in some regionals. Maybe even get to the College World Series. That would be fun. Definitely a lot of fun if we could do that. But we have a lot of work ahead of us. UC Santa Barbara. Not a good baseball program when this game was made back in 2005. Valderrama blocks that one. We got runners on the corners here in the bottom of the 6th. And I believe this is Kozlarich at the plate. 3-1 count to Kozlarich. 1 out. Double play would get us out of the inning. Base hit would get Santa Barbara on the board. And base hit into left. Run comes in to score. And the scoreless tie is broken. And that's going to be enough. From Sovcinski as we bring in Patrick Casanova to take his place. Sovcinski throwing a lot of pitches here into the 6th and not being very effective. Here's a base hit right up the middle off of Casanova. So he comes in not any more effective than Sovcinski was. It's 2-0. Cal State Fullerton with the lead. 3-0. Sorry, that one scored 2 runs. 3-0. Titans leading here in the bottom of the 6th. The way our offense has played as of late, that might be insurmountable. Swing and a miss, runner going. And man, I am not used to trying to catch base runners. You get a nice warning in MLB The Show. Somebody yells he's going. In this game, you don't get any warning. So I'm not used to looking up at that little box to see if the runner's moving. So I only know when the screen changes. By then, it's too late. So I've got to get more used to that. We move on to the 7th inning now. It's 3-0. Titans with the lead. And a fastball catches the outside corner. 1-2 delivery. And a ground ball slowly to the right side. play made easily. That'll bring up the catcher. Light hitting Rocky Valderrama, 167 batting average. And that one hits him. And both benches have been warned. And Thames has been tossed from the game. He is incredulous. Another breaking ball. Well, that one might have been a cutter. So we'll call that one a fastball. And Thames is going to have to be substituted here. And Cal State Fullerton's going to bring in another lefty. This is Cosme Feebles. So Cosme Feebles facing Jim Roten. Roten came in to play third after Maldonado went out. Even though Barba came in to run, we moved Roten in to play defense at third. Here's Tim Osteen. Man, why is he in this lineup? He's batting .083. An .083 batting average. His uncle is a curse to our team. I don't know why he is on the baseball field. We might have to make some changes roster-wise. So we've got a runner on first now for Cal State Fullerton. As we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Skip ahead here. Another base runner gets a steal on us. That one we were a little bit closer. At least we made a throw. And now we have Mike Kozlarich with a runner on second and one out. Still 3-0. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning here in Fullerton. Ground ball right side out of play. 1-2 delivery now to Kozlarich. That one is well low, trying to get him to chase. Runner in scoring position. Kozlarich right up the middle. Zerbe was playing deep in center. And the runner from second's going to round third and score. It is 4-0. Tyler Lockhart at the plate. This is the first of 3-game series, I believe, that we have here with Fullerton. And then we do play them later in the season, as that one is thrown into right field. A bad throw by the defensive replacement, Jim Roten. And now we have Wade Galvez, the left fielder. 1-3 on the day. 1-4-3 on the day, I should say. Ground ball right side. And the runners have to stay put. Brings up Bobby Sargent with 2 outs and 2 runners in scoring position. Could break the game wide open if it isn't already here in the 8th with the base hit. Sargent. Ground ball right side. Jeremy Hilton on to Haynes at first. That will retire the side, but not before Cal State Fullerton lengthens their lead out to 4-0. And we've only managed 1 hit in the entire game, so this 9th inning might be an uphill task. Jeremy Hilton, 1 for 2. He's the only one that delivered a hit today. We've had several base runners with hit batters, and I think we've taken like 4 or 5 walks in this game, but unable to move base runners around and get them in. As Hilton grounds out to the right side, Jesse McConnell now. He's 0 for 3. With a righty in, he'll turn around and hit from the left side, the switch hitter. And he swings and misses at the circle change. That was a pitch he'd like to have back. 1-2 delivery to McConnell. Swung on and missed. And that's out number 2. Gene Sorgi's actually hitting pretty well, 304. He's 0 for 3 on the day. Check swing. And he went around. 1-1 count now. Here's the delivery. And a circle change, a big swing and miss by Sorgi. Trying to get us on the board there. 2-2 delivery, and he takes the 2-seamer that breaks back over the outside corner. And that is the ball game. Cal State Fullerton shuts us out 4-0. We only manage 1 hit. As the Titans score 4 runs on 8 hits. We go no runs on 1 hit and 1 error. And we fall to 0-1 in Big West play. Quick look at the Big West baseball standings. Not much to see here except for how teams did in the non-conference portion of the season. You see we were 5-20. Not very good. That's where we'll end this episode. Cal State Fullerton 18-7. Long Beach State 18-6. Look like they are the class of the conference. Cal Poly with a 14-8 record is not bad either. UC Irvine won the conference last year. They are 11-12. Overall, and 0-1 in conference. So that is episode number 15 of our UC Santa Barbara Gauchos Dynasty here in year number 2. We'll do some recruiting, and we will move ahead further in our season in our next episode here on the Moldy Cheese Gaming Network.